Hello and welcome to the PC Perspective Podcast. We are at episode 856. This is February 11, 2026. At least as we record this, it is. I'm Sebastian Peak.
Jeremy Hellstrom in the bottom corner square.
I'm Josh Walrath.
X takes the center square. I'm Brett Van Spernberg.
And I'm Kent Burgess.
Who was always the center square?
Show up, but
the funny guy, the really funny guy in Hollywood Squares. He was always the center.
Paul Lind.
Paul Lind. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Howard the dog. What was his name? No, Courage the dog. Courage the dog.
Well, that must be a new one because I've only watched Hollywood Squares back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Nothing since.
There's a new one with Drew Barrymore that I just can't bring myself to watch because it's missing all the good people.
Well, they all died.
Yeah. You could bring them back, but it'd be boring.
Don't make that suggestion because someone will use AI to do so.
Yeah, Hollywood could be watching.
In fact, Hollywood probably is watching, getting ready to make PCPer the movie. But until then, until we get all that development money, go to patreon.com/PCPer and support us. And we want to thank you, by the way, for the upward trend. You know, times are tough for certain companies, not for us, because our patrons are there.
They're pulling
us up, keep us going.
Really appreciate it. It's keeping us warm in these colder months. Really appreciate it. The extra pennies, they really do count.
Josh, do you want to talk about food?
Gosh, do I ever? So at Christmas, I got this check from the Laramie Chamber of Commerce that gave me a $25 that I could spend anywhere in downtown. And you know what? I rarely go downtown except once a week, which not that rarely, I guess. But went to Born in the Barn and I got something a little different. I got the 10 smoked wings, but I did 2 different sauces, half and half, right? The first sauce is a mango habanero, and that's the top one with a little, kind of orangish. That's the mango habanero. And then the other is a sweet kind of buffalo sauce called Sparky's. And this is Sparky's hot. So they were they were 4 peppers out of 5 hotness, and
you utter maniac.
Boy, they were so good. And plus, the smoked wings, I can't even tell you. I ate all the veggies too. I needed my fiber, need a little beta carotene, and that is blue cheese dressing. You can't do wings with ranch. I'm sorry. It's just wrong. And the fries were exceptional today. They were perfectly done, well seasoned. I have absolutely no complaints about the fries. They even gave me enough. So I still have 4 wings in the fridge because I got really full with all the veggies and the fries and 6 wings. So I've got a nice little snack tomorrow for lunch. But outstanding. Can't complain. And they're nice and spicy. Didn't kill me, but super tasty. Go get some wings. Treat
Glad
yourself.
You didn't die?
You deserve it. I'm glad I didn't die every day. Mm-hmm. But one day...
You're going to be wrong.
You'll be glad you did?
Maybe. Maybe.
An uplifting podcast as we move into the news section from Tech Power Up. Speaking of dead motherboards, dead CPUs, maybe not, because AMD and ASRock have put their heads together. They've been deep in contemplation. They've consulted, some spiritualists,
soothsaying.
Crystals have been involved, possibly. There's a new AGESA version. Combo AM5 PI 1.3.0.0a, which has optimized memory compatibility and resolve a boot failure occurring on certain CPUs. So it is possible that this will actually resurrect your ASRock AM5 system with its no boot scenario. And lest you think this is simply an ASRock issue, Asus has a beta BIOS as well. But I think everybody will end up having the new AGESA version. That's the new hotness, 1.3.0.0.a, until it isn't, until there's a 1 or a B.
B. We just skipped B, went straight to C.
Okay.
Yeah. Boy, I wonder if Gigabyte has. Maybe I'm gonna go. I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna do some typing in my browser, and I'm gonna go look it up. You know what I'm saying?
This is exciting.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Doing it
talk
live.
amongst yourselves while I peck out something. It'll take me 5 minutes. So
5 minutes. Okay, I think this is code for something.
5 minutes, eh?
But yeah, if you have an ASRock system,
doesn't look like it, Josh.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kill my camera for a few minutes as well.
shall we talk about extreme power draw from CPUs? Obviously, Intel trying to keep up with NVIDIA on the graphics front, not working so well.
Sebastian,
But
isn't 500 watts enough for anyone?
No.
well, no, because we needed 600 watt GPUs. What about 700 watt CPUs? Now, don't get too excited. Here's a story at Tom's Hardware from yesterday. Intel's top-end Nova Lake desktop CPU said to devour up to 700 watts in something called PL4. Now, typically we have PL1 and PL2. PL4 is a little-known power limit that is, I think, 10 milliseconds. It's basically the absolute maximum momentary power draw. This is assuming a maxed out 52 core version with 2 tiles, each of which, I guess, having 350 watt max PL4. There was a post. Let's see where I had it here.
Now, what kind of poorly designed new power connector are we going to need to plug into our CPU to power this?
Yeah, exactly. It'll be even smaller than ever, but have twice as many pens and 4 times as much power draw. Unico's Hardware had posted about this. Here's the default delivery configurations for current gen, which is, I think, where this is being extrapolated into what the next gen will be based on the number of tiles. So the PL1 is currently baseline 125, performance 250. Most of these current gen Intel Core Ultra processors are 250 PL1 and 250 PL2 on your motherboard. The PL4 is 329. And in the performance profile, that rises to 425. There's an extreme profile, which voids your warranty, which can take the PL4 up to 490 watts, according to the slide from MSI. That's great. That's for Arrow Lake S Ultra 9K processors only.
It comes with a very acoustic warning when you hit it.
Yes.
Pop.
So if they indeed have 52 cores and it's somewhere between, current performance and extreme PL4s, then yeah, you could get 700 watts easily with that many cores. But who knows what they're actually going to do. They don't have that design win yet on that really cutting edge node to be able to be competitive without really high power draw. I thought the promise of the Core Ultra was that it was going to be ultra efficient for laptops and then a really sensible, efficient solution for desktops that still had good performance. And it came out, and in gaming, it lagged behind the 14th gen. And it's not even that competitive on power. So
it seems like they really skewed their their design to be okay. So when you've got a wide range of TDPs, you can design for the lower end, or you can design effectively for the higher end. And so lower end, you want less leakage and more efficient performance. Higher end, you want more leakage. This is very general to be able to get that better performance. And so if you're designing for that really efficient, then try to move it up to that other end. You got to apply so much power to get it to work. It's not even funny. See, this is a picture of me and my friend in the corner laughing.
I was just trying to make sense of those power levels.
let's move to another story involving high power draw. 12-volt high power draw. Am I right? Okay. So the RTX 5090 Ti GPU, it isn't coming. There was some rumor about it coming this year. Of course, there are no new GPUs this year. That's going to be next year. Although it is hard to figure some of these rumors. I think they are citing maybe some internal stuff, and NVIDIA has a very odd perception of time where it might be 2028 by next week. But they are probably
talking about something more advanced coming out. But it could be a Titan card, something like that, something a little bit more upmarket.
Could be, but why?
Yeah,
when they could sell that same chip to,
you make a good
companies
point
for more money.
Well, we could hope that, Jensen is usually ahead of the curve by a couple of years at least. So maybe he is seeing the crash coming and will start exiting that business and start coming back to us. I mean, a man can dream, right? Please?
Yes.
And no one needs more power than a 5090 anyway. That's the second time I've quoted no one needs more power.
No more needs more power.
Look,
it's going to happen any second now.
Jensen bet the farm on AI in 2017, and he doesn't want to lose.
Well, and a lot of cheap chips still. They're still making huge amounts of money in volume on a lot of the cheaper stuff, but like the really, really cheaper
the smaller ones, the 5060 and 5070, 12 gig. I mean, you could now get a 5070 12 gig for $650. Doesn't that make you happy?
That's a deal.
It was $499 just months ago.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned the continued rising component costs yet this podcast, but it's getting
we just did.
worse. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And now here's a story about consumers winning, sort of. Of course, anyone who's competent as a DIY enthusiast knows that to get the most out of your overclocking memory, you actually have to overclock it. But average consumers who can point to the label and say, but you said this was 6,000 and it only was 4,800 when I just left it in its default state. And they successfully sued Corsair at some point in the recent past. And now G.Skill has had to settle with a class action lawsuit and to the tune of $2.4 million because DDR4 and DDR5 memory did not say up to with overclocking on the box.
This is Murica only, right?
I would assume so.
Yeah, because I did buy G.Skill DDR4, and
U.S. resident.
I suddenly feel like I was lied to. I don't know why. Suddenly I
bought lots of G.Skill, lots of Corsair, DDR4.
I was going through my Newegg order history, and first I was appalled by how much memory I have bought in the last few years. But second, I was seeing multiple G.Skill entries there, and I feel lied to now that I know that I bought it and can get free money.
So where do we get this?
I don't know that it'll ever outdo that $6 and some cents check I got from Microsoft for their scheme a couple of years ago.
I'm sure 2.4 in that same
2.4 million for many, many thousands of buyers.
Well, there's a breakdown. Yeah. The settlement administration costs are $295,000. Attorney's fees $800,000. Attorney's expenses to be determined.
Yeah.
Lots of dinners and adult entertainment there. Service awards and class representatives up to $5,000 each, $10,000 total, and then the remainder goes to the eligible
class members. Negligible.
Click on G.Skill DRAM settlement right here.
The only one I was ever happy with was way, way, way back in the day where we bought a 20-inch monitor for like $189. And usually they were like 600 and some odd dollars. I can't remember, but this was like in 1997, 98, 99 maybe. And it was a big deal.
And they exaggerated.
I got $170 out of that from the company.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All that for not even an inch.
We have until April 7 of this year to either opt out, so you can sue them yourself, or object, or just claim your money in the form of a Starbucks gift card or something. A Target gift card.
One of those.
If enough people
cards.
If enough people object, can we void the settlement and make the lawyers not get money?
A crass action settlement. Yes, I'm all for that.
One of the biggest stories of the year so far has been the Discord drama. They were going to launch teen by default settings. If you want to participate in any chat that is labeled adult, you have to do an age verification. This was so unpopular, and now they have a clarification addendum to their press release saying that Discord's not requiring everyone to complete a face scan or upload their ID. The vast majority of people can still use it exactly as they were. It's fine. It's just for age-restricted experiences. I'm not sure who defines what is age-restricted. I assume it's, like I said, it's going to be anything where it detects adult content. But at that point, I guess the only people who could even initiate that content would be people who'd have already had an age check. Like, how does that even work? Does it flag a room as adult, or how does that work?
The fact that Josh and I make comments on it flags it as adult, I think.
I'm reading that there's still potentially some facial scans, but trust us, they never leave your device, right? There's still some, scan your ID, but don't worry, it's just used for age verification, and that also will never leave your device.
Until that company, the third-party company, gets hacked and all your stuff was in plain text. And
but it wasn't them.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. It was the third party that did it. So they're fine still. That it wasn't their problem. I still think there's some issues with this. And then did you dig into like the AI?
And they made it worse.
Well, I saw that when I search for this story, one of the first things that comes up is easy ways to use an AI to do the face scan for you. So people are just going to circumvent it anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, no, I like the fact that Discord says, don't worry, we already know how old you are. So you can just skip the whole age verification thing.
And then, wait a minute.
But it doesn't make it better, guys, at all.
No, that makes it a bit worse, that they are already profiling you to the point of... Yeah. They already know how old you are, which means that they've probably been able to connect you with a variety of other databases and systems and things like that. So the fact that they're saying, don't worry, your facial scan or your ID won't leave your device just feels like weak sauce.
Yeah. It's interesting. Discord, for the vast majority of people who don't have some sort of subscription, is free. And anytime the product is free, you are the product. So
yeah.
They're getting something out of you. Remember, they were, did they go public already? I know they were talking about it about a month ago or so.
No. I don't recall.
Yeah, the amount of stupid stuff these age verification people have done, like uploaded to this site, and, well, we're just going to, keep that site open, and anybody can browse in and steal your ID and picture and all your information. It's just, I hate
this
it.
This is absolutely
It's the dumbest thing. Oh, you got to accept the terms.
I do.
And give us your firstborn child.
This is absolutely
your cookie preferences, and
this is clearly related to their IPO. Let's face it. They're trying to address whatever concerns certain investors or board members may have about their protections. It's just so happens that Roblox has been in the news a lot because they don't verify ages, and it's just a pedophile, playground.
Yeah.
So you're like, wait, let's crack down on this before our IPO.
That way we can offer Discord at night for $69 a month.
Nice. I blame the Brits at this point. Not even the French. Usually I like to blame the French, but no. It's the Brits with their whole age verification thing that is just...
I hate to say it, but the EU actually did it slightly better than the Brits did. Slightly.
You would say that.
The Brits, jeez. And the Aussies also kind of messed up pretty bad too.
Yeah.
But hey.
Here's the segue into the next story. HP has quietly begun to offer their Omen, that's their gaming brand, laptops by the month. You can rent them. It's laptops as a service. You can pretend to be a big business that has a lease on their machines, except it's just you, and you're paying $130 a month for a gaming laptop with a RTX 4050 in it.
Oh,
And it's not rent to own. It's rent to rent.
Oh,
as memory
okay. Let me
memory
get
has
this-
destroyed.
Let me get this straight. It's $130 a month if you get the RTX 5080 level. I apologize.
Oh, yeah, you can get a cheaper one.
Yeah, only $50 a
$50.
month for that anemic 4050. Rent to own has always felt like a scam. But if I went to like Rent a Center right now, would it be any more than this to rent to eventually own this laptop, or just pay in perpetuity to HP $130 a month?
We were suggesting this last week during the podcast, that this would be a horrible, horrible thing to have happen. And, you know, they took it as actually no, it's a great idea and immediately started this. And hey, there's a 30-day free trial. You can pay for 1 month for a 30-day trial. You go a millisecond over that, you're looking at hundreds, if not thousands of dollars of cancellation fees, because you've got to pay for an entire year before you're allowed to cancel. Now, hey, we're going to give you rolling hardware updates as new hardware comes out. So are we expecting anything exciting in 2026? So yeah, you're just going to be stuck with the same thing the entire damn time. You will get support because it ain't yours. But I'm betting the BIOS has a password on it because you're not supposed to be playing in there. It's just awful. Everything about this is awful. And yeah, we saw it coming here first.
what is the price of that laptop just by itself?
Great question.
Well, it depends on what day it is, because every day it goes up a little
Well,
higher.
yeah.
I would say it's going to be about $1,800. So you will have bought it within that 12 months, except you didn't, which is, brilliant, right?
Well, you got some promo offers there.
I'm not one to recommend to someone to purchase on credit, but you could go to Best Buy and get like 12 months no interest and pick one up. And as long as you pay it off, you're just paying retail. So
at the end of the day, you end up with that laptop.
Exactly. And it's yours.
It's configurable.
And for the entire time, you could have done anything you wanted with it.
Throw in an extra $250 for a support contract with someone that isn't Best Buy. I just thought I'd mention you don't go with the Best Buy Geek Squad.
No,
you're not going to have a good time. And if you do, that guy will be fired, or that gal will be fired very quickly because they did what they were supposed to. And Best Buy don't like that, apparently. I haven't spoken with a bunch of ex-employees. But yeah, this is the thing. It's not rent to own. It is rent to rent.
Yeah, just pay $1,500 plus a year and never have any equity.
For what, an $1,800 laptop at a rough guess?
Something like that. Yeah, it was just $1,800 for a similar configuration. I couldn't find one with the exact configuration.
Okay, so 14 months, and you've literally bought it. It's ridiculous. It's horrible, and it's the new bandwagon. HP is just the first that we know of, because I bet if we went digging around, others are offering it already.
I mean, this is the same as, auto manufacturers that are putting car features behind paywalls. So you buy a car
with the heated seats, things like that.
Exactly. Yes, you buy a BMW, and then you have to buy a subscription to use the heated seats in the car you bought.
Kent, I don't need those heated seats in the summer, so I'm not gonna rent them from May.
No, in the summer you have to pay another subscription for the cooled seats.
To get them cool.
You've got me.
My local rent center here will provide me with an Asus ROG Flow Z13. They had a whole bunch of laptops. I just picked this one. It's in stock nearby. It's only $30 a week. That's just one. This is the same. This is $130 a month. So, and obviously a less capable product, but just as an example, this is Rent-A-Center pricing. This is the outrageous monthly fee to overpay for something forever until maybe you own it someday.
Yo, dog, I hear you want to rent a couch. That couch is $400, but I'll give it to you for $43 a week.
A month. Oh, $43 a week. Even better. Tell you what, $160 a month. $170.
For a year.
What a deal.
Would you like to talk about Microsoft's complete inability to communicate effectively about what the hell Windows 26 H1 was supposed to be?
Yeah, they pulled a good cool hand Luke here. Because this was an official communication, because Microsoft bombards you with at least one a day, if not several. And they just sort of said that, hey, we're going to be releasing 26H1, and it's only for select hardware. It's going to be shipping pre-installed, and it's not an in-place update. You won't be able to upgrade from 25H2 or 24H2 to 26H1. Now, a lot of us professional masochists that work in the IT industry during the day, we've had it up to here with Microsoft end-of-lifing things left, right, and center, and the idea that they would literally end-of-life 25H2 next month or two, or sorry, next year, and force you to buy new hardware, because it is end-of-life October next year, 25H2. They already forced you to all to upgrade to TPM 2.0, and that was throw out your computer, buy a new one. So this was read initially as, what in the smeg do you think you're doing, Microsoft? Do you really think people are going to be okay with this? And of course, a lot of people screamed and yelled. Well, it was immediately realized by Redmond that, okay, that was not the best way to communicate. This is specifically for the new Qualcomm X2 series systems that are coming out next year, or this year. This is the Surface Pro X come again, except hopefully a little bit better. So it is specifically for these Qualcomm, and I'm assuming other ARM-based Windows systems that will be released over the coming year. They didn't mention that at all. There was no mention of ARM, Snapdragon, Qualcomm, anything. It was just, yeah, you're going to need to buy new hardware to upgrade to our next version. This is worse than AMD communication, because in that case, we just don't know what's happening. In this case, it was just straight out, your entire customer base is already really freaking annoyed at you and already assumes the worst. So read this once, and it's like, yeah, you're literally trying to tell us we're going to have to upgrade our fleets next year or not get any more hardware upgrades in about 18, 19 months.
Software
upgrades.
Yeah, no, they essentially have now bifurcated Windows. It is not a single operating system anymore. It is now two branches, one for ARM, one for Windows, whatever may come. And because also I'm also on a big Microsoft kit, or enter join PCs at work would no longer correctly join. And it was because they deprecated a portion of that joining, and you had to reset up a bunch of stuff, including the super admin user, to do that and re-put in all this information. And they didn't tell us about that.
That's what we call a feature.
We actually, oh geez, it was just,
I know.
We spent 2 weeks.
We actually found out about it.
Why aren't these laptops joining correctly with Entra? Because
we had to spend an entire emergency change board meeting. Oh, well, we don't like doing emergency changes, especially at this time of the year. Yeah, we don't have a choice, or else no more servers. Oh, okay. Well, I guess maybe we can approve this change. It was, ridiculous. But hey, thanks, Charitard. That actually makes my day. It's the best thing that's happened all day.
Unrelated, of course, Microsoft might be adding more quality engineers.
I feel like it's sort of tangentially related.
Yeah.
This was also called by us last week.
Yes.
But yeah, it's not it's a czar. They've hired the one guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
An engineering quality czar.
Yes, Charlie Bell. So hey, not a dumb guy. We've ran into Charlie Bell a number of times over the years. But yeah, it's come to the realization that maybe just inflicting AI written patches on our customers is leading to some negative feedback and just a general malaise in the entire industry. And yeah, we're going to hire a guy to blame it all on now, because there's no way they're getting rid of that roughly 30% of the code base that's written by AI. They're just going to have to deal with it. But for the next month or so, I'm going to be dealing with a major security update every week, because there were 3 out of bands over the course of last month. And we've already got a new one because it's Patch Tuesday. And it's a double reboot if you haven't checked. So yeah, it's desperately needed. I hope they actually give some budget to hire back the somewhere between, 2,600 to 3,000 QA people that got dumped. And Charlie gets, more probably, well, it was total was, hundreds of thousands, not quite, but close. So yeah, getting these QA back and Windows not, oops, we released a patch that broke the patch that we released to fix the patch that broke the patch that we released to fix the and on ad nauseum. So I really hope this works out. I don't know that it's going to be anytime soon, and I really hope it's not just specifically for the ARM architecture version of Windows, which it could be.
Switching gears, let's talk about Bling. Let's talk about Homelab Bling. The people like, who is this? Tyson Then.
My God, he's a millionaire.
Right, because people who were very enthusiastic and buying up all that cheap memory and building out these home labs or upgrading every system in the house, they're sitting on dozens of sticks of memory that could do things like pay off credit cards, pay off their home, buy a car. It's a trend, apparently, to show off your wealth by posing with your memory. It's almost like it's a speculative market. But, of course, AI is not a bubble. It's the future. So we're just going to have to get used to the fact that memory costs 4 times what it did in October. Josh, where did you hear that memory was possibly going up again this year?
20 to 30% this month.
Yep.
And this quarter, they're looking at another 100% increase. I saw, I actually undercut that with my tweet because it's getting worse. So $900 pair of 64 gig RAM. Yep. That's where we're looking. Joy. Yep.
Perhaps instead of buying new DRAM, you should just go buy the LA RAMs and save some money.
Let us pause here for a word from this week's podcast sponsor.
The biggest surprise about AI for me wasn't what it could generate, it was what it could eliminate. It helps me summarize notes, classify requests, and figure out what actually matters. But insight alone doesn't move work forward. What changed everything was wiring those decisions into action. That's where Zapier comes in. Zapier is how you actually bring AI into your work, not just talk about it. You use AI exactly where it makes sense, inside real workflows, and Zapier handles everything that happens next. Now, nothing happens just once. A payment comes in, a form gets filled out, code gets pushed. It doesn't just sit there waiting for someone to notice. Zapier makes it fan out automatically. Tasks get created, updates go out, and systems stay in sync. We use our favorite models to help summarize, route, and prioritize. Zapier orchestrates those decisions across all the tools we already use. No complex setup, just connections that work. And the biggest difference? I don't have to remember to do things anymore. If something needs to happen, it's already wired. My brain is for decisions, not just follow-ups. For a small team, that's huge. We move faster, drop nothing, and stay focused while the work keeps flowing in the background. Less AI hype, more results. Zapier, the system between everything. Teams have already automated over 300 million AI tasks using Zapier. Ready to join them? Get started for free by visiting zapier.com/PCPerspective. That's ZAPIER.com/PCPerspective.
Welcome to Insecurity Corner, your weekly reason to drink.
And our first story, updating the expiring secure boot certificates, that's sure to go off without a hitch.
Totally, man.
Yeah, they
No
planned
way
for
that
this, right?
the
This is going to
first
work out
time
just fine.
it's ever expired is going to go perfectly, because it's never happened before. But because they figure, 25 years, that's pretty safe. But yeah, 2011, that was a while ago. And so, yeah, that cert is expiring. And hey, just as an aside, wouldn't it be great if these certs expired every 6 months or so and you had to totally redo it then? That would be awesome. I mean, the good news is that it's not going to stop you booting. The fact that Secure Boot is no longer protecting you will not even mention it. So you'll be able to launch whatever bootloaders you feel like, or whoever hit your computer feels like. Because yes, we do malign Secure Boot a bit, but it does do something.
So
It may,
if the certificate fails, the fallback is boot anyway on whatever.
Yes, you are correct.
Whatever image you. Well, that sounds perfect.
Come as they all want. Just welcome in. Come on. We welcome
whatever
one and all.
bootloader you want.
Away we go.
Oh, it's not signed, and that's fine. Let's boot. Let's have it.
Yeah, and that would be the motherboard that would have to put up the error message saying that your Secure Boot certificate has expired, I would assume. I don't think Windows isn't going to, because that happens long before Windows boots. And if you were infected, well, it's definitely going to tell you that Secure Boot is A-okay. And then to make it even better, Microsoft said that, this is just in general, and there's a lot of hardware out there that is going to need a flash update to be able to get the new certificate loaded into
what kind of flash update are we talking about here?
It doesn't matter. You're going to talk to your manufacturer. Microsoft, we don't care. Talk to the hand.
So they'll take care of it. So they're going to sell everybody an EEPROM programmer and a desoldering station.
Or, just generally over the air push a BIOS update to your laptop, because that's totally a thing that happens. Right? So no, you're going to have to hunt down to find out whether or not your Secure Boot certificate will be pushed via a Windows update and update itself, or if you're going to have to find out where else to get it from and then try it. And of course, no real discussion on how to tell whether or not the Secure Boot certificate was properly installed and fully signed and awesome, because again, this all happens before you've booted into Windows. So Windows,
and this is definitely going to be available for machines that are a little bit older.
Oh, absolutely. No questions asked. Windows 10, definitely getting that Secure Boot update. This is going to have one thing that I think is going to actually make people notice. All of a sudden, the new Battlefields and COD blops are going to stop working, because the new hotness is requiring Secure Boot to be enabled and working for your anti-cheat software.
Yes.
So you're going to have huge swaths of people suddenly, why won't my Battlefield launch? It's telling me that I don't have Secure Boot enabled, and I looked in my BIOS according to this YouTube website, and it says it's enabled, and now I can't launch it. And no, there's not going to be any fallout from this at all. None. It'll be perfect.
Well, that's going to go well. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, vibe coding. Never problematic in any way, such as when 135,000 OpenClaw instances exposed to the internet.
Yeah, this is like a community vibe coding, community AI engine system that people are installing, and just like, is this the second Spicoli reference we can make during this podcast? Yeah, man, maybe. I'm vibe coding this one. If you're standing up one of these OpenClaw instances on your Docker and just running away with it with defaults, whatever.
Or no, CloudBot. No, it's not like they've had to change their name several times because of huge CFs like this previously.
Yeah.
This is the third time.
So it binds to a port, and it's available. It's publishing a lot of services. This is problematic, and if the person hasn't changed any of the defaults, this is an open invitation to just get thoroughly wrecked. And that's what's happening. 135,000 essentially open instances. Yeah, this is another vibe coding
And counting.
disaster.
That was at time of publishing. I am sure it is significantly higher. They were seeing it jump by like 20 or 30,000 every time they did a new scan. And the best part is this is the totally free AI bot that you can get. You need it to write an email. You need it to clone your voice. So
it's easily attainable by people who are not all that technically skilled, and that's part of the issue here, is that it's deployed often and it's deployable easily, relatively speaking, and for people who aren't security aware, they're falling into this trap.
It was written by ignoramuses for and so it's going to be, hey, Nori SS, you are an awesome person, and you'll have to ask Josh. So this is the new one, and the major complaint that I'm seeing is, it takes a lot of hardware to run locally. Yeah, it's an LLM, but if I want it to use it,
takes an NVIDIA GPU. I mean, you can get 20
but
tokens.
It's slow on a 4050. I can't write it. I can't get it to write scam emails. A million emails a second. It's only like 100,000 a second. Because it's being used for writing scam emails.
There are LLMs that'll get 20 plus tokens. I guess, was it tokens per second out of it, like a 1080 Ti or something.
Well, strangely enough, vibe coded ones aren't quite as efficient.
Oh, well,
that might be a good thing. So, it's going to be used for scams, and people are complaining, it's the API pulls end up costing you a lot of money. Yeah, that's sort of what an API pull does when you're dealing with LLMs that are trying to make money out of nothing. So it's going to be used for a bunch of huge scam. Yeah.
We're going to refer to that several times.
So the scam
trying to make money out of nothing.
Just like we're doing here. Oh wait, no, we are something.
Yeah, well, there are good.
You're special.
Yeah,
this probably isn't one of them.
There will be good news in this podcast, by the way. Our chat was wondering, is there any good news this week? Well, how about malicious 7-zip sites that lace your installer with a proxy tool? So just be careful where you get your 7-zip, all right?
Just when you thought Notepad++ was the worst.
Yeah, 7-zip joins the fray. Says, hold my beer. And if you're not really careful about where you're downloading perhaps a new installation, just don't randomly click on the first result that you get for downloads.
Let me check here. Oh, yeah, it is still up. 7zip.com is still up as of this moment. If you go to 7zip.com, you are infecting yourself.
That seems so legit, Jeremy. That seems so legit.
It does,
7zip.com.
right?
Who can... What bad can come of that?
Just seriously, guys,
in my head.
Someone take it down right now. DNS providers, just
DNS.
Freaking block it. Kill it.
Deny them DNS.
7-zip.org is the place to go, as you should know. A lot of people won't. They will be like, hey, I'm following a YouTube video and it says download 7-zip. I freaking Google 7-zip and 7zip.com shows up. And away you go.
The guy in the office cube next to you didn't know.
Thankfully it needs admin to install. So, it's still live to this moment, which this broke earlier today.
Yeah.
And
you could probably ask your LLM to install this for you. You probably could. And it might.
Yeah. I mean, Malwarebytes says it's no longer digitally signed. Yeah. But the Malwarebytes says that it's no longer digitally signed, so you should actually see it because the certificate that was originally issued to G.Skill Network Technology Company Limited has been revoked. However, it will still let you install it. And what you're getting is a lovely service manager and update loader. So it's going to sit there and run in the background with its support library and update itself to whatever it is. It feels
We're all used to having to click OK on all the silly warnings that might pop up for expired certificates or whatever. I mean, just do it. Just do what I want.
Are we still allowed to refer to those as spousal installs?
I don't know.
Yes.
But this this is yet another instance of stop infecting yourself. Stop infecting yourself.
Stop infecting yourself.
We need somebody to step up and just increase the security of our OS. Like Microsoft.
Oh, thank goodness.
This is called in Security Corner. No, Microsoft, they're all about security. That's why they have dialed up the security in Windows.
Yeah.
Well,
Windows baseline security mode.
If your system doesn't work, it's hard to get it infected. So it is quite secure.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. When it's unplugged and off, that's its most secure state. I actually wrote that user transparency and consent mode really harkens back to the ye olden days of, deny or allow. I just got that vibe off of this.
It is.
You guys,
except back then it was like, and the crack you made was, you look like you're trying to open Outlook. Deny or allow?
Yes. Deny or allow.
Except now it's going to say, okay, you've allowed it. Outlook is going to need access to your network. Deny or allow. Outlook is going to need access to your built-in language libraries. Deny
to
or
your
allow.
Mouse.
Outlook
your keyboard,
is going to need access to your mouse. Deny or allow. Outlook is going to need access to your location to be able to schedule your meetings. Deny or allow. And it will lead to exactly what we just referenced, which is yes. Stop bugging me. And that's when I got infected, Your Honor.
Do you remember when we talked a couple of weeks ago about like people who went through like training for this sort of thing were actually worse,
and it
slightly
was worse?
Yeah. So when you bug people about this, they tend to just blow through it because they know what they're doing.
Yes. And so UAC is going to be a lot more annoying, like back when it was originally rolled out and UAC popped up like 5 times when you launched a game or Notepad. So that's going to be very frustrating for a lot of people. And the other issue is that Windows is looking back to their Windows Store stuff. It's got to be a properly signed app. It's got to be a properly signed service. It's got to be a properly signed driver or else. And
there's another whole vector to this as well. Oh, who are they getting the help? CrowdStrike.
Yes. You got it in one. Those people who killed all the machines in last year. Yes. Or I mean, temporarily inconvenienced us last year.
Well, that was a big deal. There's another whole vector to this in that the age of agentic localized agents is upon us. And all of these AI-enabled PCs are going to literally create dozens of deny or allow requests as they go through the motions of helping you. So if you've really bought into the AI PC that Microsoft was selling for the last year or so or more, and it's been helping you along, prepare to slam the brakes on that because there's going to be a lot of this allow or deny in your future.
And the cherry on top of it all is that in the discussion they were talking about this rollout and someone asked, just how granular is it going to be? What are you aiming for? Oh, it'll be just like on your smartphone, which has always worked out for Microsoft so well in the past, trying to emulate a smartphone on a laptop or desktop.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Let's move on to gaming.
You're welcome.
Quick hits. And our first story, Nitro Concepts Immersion Meta Haptics Kit.
This is an add-on cushion for your gaming chair, or they'll sell you a gaming chair too for cheap, and it will make you feel like you're shifting a gear, your engine's racing, your ABS brakes have maybe slipped a little bit, or the road feel has changed to both your butt and your back, which is why it's not Butt Kicker, and besides they're still in business. But yeah, Josh, how do you feel about spending like $1,150?
That seems a lot, especially when Next Level Racing has a haptic kit for like $300.
Yeah, apparently this one is better. I'm not convinced it's 3 times better, 4 times better. But yeah, it is definitely a thing. These are the same ones that sell the fans that blow in your face, which adjust according to how fast you're driving.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you're curious, the chair only adds like another $280 to the price. But apparently it will fit in just about anything. You might have some problems with the power cord because it does sort of want to slip through that hole you've got in the chair. So if you haven't worn one through yet, you might have to cut one. And apparently it is quite entertaining. It's got support for both their built-in app and then the more open-sourced version for haptic feedback. And they're not feeling the actuators at all. They're feeling, vibrations or the weird slip feel that we're all, at least those of us that have driven on ice before, are familiar with. I could not post it. It was just too amusing. And I know that you should reach out to them, Josh, and see if they'll lend it to you. Just so you can try it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Just put some deodorizer on it if you're getting it secondhand from another reviewer.
Yeah, Tweaktown. Yeah. We know those guys.
I mean, just anybody. I don't know if I'd want to reuse someone else's vibrating chair cushion. But, yes.
Wow.
Okay, so you only like them untouched, eh?
Okay, moving on. So Steam wish lists. Somebody put together a look at the most wish listed games. You might be surprised. Number 1.
Please tell me it's not Placid Duck Simulator, because I'm still on the fence about buying it just because I want to know what the heck it is.
Fire Strike
It is
2.
not.
No. Subnautica 2, number 1. 3.8 million people have wish listed.
It's on my wish list.
Game.
It's on my wish list, honestly.
Forza
I
Horizon
still haven't
6.
finished the first or gotten very far, even though it's a pretty game.
It is. It's fun and terrifying.
It is a little frustrating. But it is pretty.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Myst. Saying it's like the modern version of Myst. And then
It can be.
So 2.6 million for Forza Horizon 6 and then 2.5 million for Resident Evil Requiem.
Never would have picked Subnautica 2 being top. Interesting.
I think it's because you can play it on just about anything. So, it's not just the sit-down gamers. It's Steam Deck and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess most of them forgot about Sub-Zero, which was not quite as fun. It wasn't bad, but wasn't the same.
Blizzard. This is this is 2 stories in one. Blizzard has launched the Warlock DLC for Diablo 2 Resurrected 25 years after the original game's release. But it's on Steam. And not only is it on Steam, it's fully Steam Deck compatible. Has this happened with a Blizzard game?
Kind of a big deal.
Yet?
It's available as well on the Blizzard app.
Right, but I'm saying you can play it on your Steam Deck.
Yeah,
So
that's
good.
It is.
They put in they sprinkled a few other actual real, not just the DLC, but they put in a few other updates for a game that was 25 plus years old.
Yeah, it was released in 2001, and Diablo 1 was released in December 31st, 1996. Think about it. 5 years between 1 and 2, and then 12 years between 2 and 3, but only 10 years between 3 and 4. So
2 was the one that required 3D acceleration, right? And that was like a 3D.
It didn't require it, but it was the first to have glide.
It made
support.
it better.
Yeah. All the lighting effects, 3D accelerated.
No, I was going to say it's not quite within arm's reach. It's back that way. But how am I supposed to fit that CD into the Steam Deck?
It can be done. If you try hard enough, You can make it happen, Jeremy. Oh, look at that.
They sealed a Diablo, Sebastian.
That was Diablo 2, and then of course we have Diablo 2. What is this? Lord of Destruction.
God, I might have actually done Diablo 2 on a Matrix Parhelia.
Wow, you actually had a Parhelia?
Yes, we did.
Wow.
Oh my.
It's long gone. It was before I collected stuff. It was just, gotten rid of. In a totally ecologically viable manner. Yes, definitely.
All right. Let us seamlessly glide already into picks of the week. It's going to be a kind of a short podcast.
We're already.
Josh. I know.
Picks of the week.
Josh.
If you haven't picked this up, they've been developing it constantly for years and years and years. Yes, this is No Man's Sky for $17. If you've never played it, get it. Because not only does it look a whole lot better, plays a whole lot better, and it's got hundreds of hours of content that you can enjoy. If you like Subnautica 2, or Subnautica rather, you're going to love what they've done with No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky originally was pretty hammered on because it was not entirely ready for prime time, but they continued to develop it year after year. I still get updates every couple of months. It's amazing. So, yeah, give it a go. $17. What do you got to lose? That's like a Frappuccino from Starbucks. And probably is a whole lot better.
Didn't they just add like gravity guns and garbage collection or something to it?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, they every quarter they have something new. And it's better.
Improved.
Much.
Good old games. Owned games. No Man's. No, I don't have it. Wow.
Well,
Shocking.
well. But Jeremy, you know what you do have? A pick.
Sort
Right?
of.
Oh.
It's a lament.
Oh.
Sony is ending production of their Blu-ray burners. It is the end of an era. We will no longer be able to burn Blu-rays for use as questionable backup media or for, distributing Linux distros.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Uh-huh.
it's kind of sad. I mean, we should have seen it coming, but I didn't think we should let it pass without mention. So if you need to burn some Blu-rays, go out and grab one now because they're probably going to only go up in price just like every bloody other thing that is on this planet. But yeah, sad. And make sure you buy a case with an optical drive.
Yes.
5 1/4 is not dead.
No, Silverstone is making that cool again. Brett, I think, is next, right?
Indeed. I know that we've all been faced with that terrible decision of, gosh, where do I do my online shopping? But I feel like I don't want to pay top dollar for whatever it is that I want. I want to pay less, and not just a little bit less. I want to pay a lot less. But you might be scared off of that Temu website that you hear all the kids talking about. Why not shuffle off to Amazon? Because Amazon's got the answer. They've put something new in the top bar that you haven't noticed, probably.
Is that the lesser of the two evils?
It's called Amazon Temu. No, it's not. It's called Amazon Haul. And it's right there in the top bar. And if you go there, you're just going to get the full Amazon-ish Temu experience under the Haul banner.
This is
wow.
This is some crap.
It is. But if you go to
screws,
thermal paste, $6.
Exactly. There's stuff that you might need here for pennies on the usual dollar. If you are looking at Amazon regular, there is in the top bar menu, there is a sort of a subtle haul link, which explodes into this Temu-like experience. I didn't know it was here. Apparently, it was launched about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe a month, but not that long.
What a bizarre collection! You go from a $7 watch to pedicure tools for $1.13 to
Totally,
10-piece 15-pin female single row.
They're just throwing, whatever's going to
Things.
stick against your mental wall. You really need to go hone your experience. You need to go filter down.
Oh, there's Josh's hated HDMI plugs.
Wait,
And all those
where?
were DisplayPort
Oh
last week.
Hey, scroll down for
Yeah,
two.
there it is, right there. Go
Look,
buy
it's
those.
a beep. It's the PC
Oh,
beep.
beepers. $6. That seems high.
Yeah, but I think you get 20 of them.
Oh, okay. I hope so.
Anyway,
They did
I
actually
don't know
have
the
a
label.
Bit switch for $8.98.
$8.98. Dun, dun, dun.
TP Link
is-
hasn't been updated the firmware in about 15 years. But
It's fine. Just don't use it on your Edge network. It's fine.
Yeah, who uses a dumb switch on their Edge network? So
Yeah.
I did see a Thermalright fan on that list, which was the only brand name I recognized.
That's right. Click the Hall
Did
button
they
on
spell it
Amazon
correctly, or is
today.
it Thermal Right? Or maybe Thermarite?
No, it was Thermalright.
Hey,
Okay.
did any of you guys know this was here? Anybody know?
No.
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 And
It's been there for weeks.
I wish I didn't
Is it
know.
more or less evil? I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I guess thank you for that. Kent, do you have a pick this week?
I do. If you're looking for fast RAM, it's really expensive right now. But I actually found fast RAM at a more reasonable price than DRAM. It's the Dodge Ram 1500 TRX. You can find them used for in the $60,000 to $90,000 range. So, yeah,
Still cheaper
there's
than
one
DRAM.
for cheaper than DRAM and 700 horsepower.
We should measure this by the pound and see which one comes out less expensive.
I bet it's the truck.
I'm not the truck myself.
Absolutely. It's the truck if you're doing it by weight.
Yeah, by weight. So it's cheaper to buy the Ram TRX 1500 than it is to buy the
But
same
this leads to the
equivalent weight
inevitable
of
question.
RAM.
How much RAM can you fit in the back of a RAM?
Ah, the ultimate flex, filling the bed of your RAM with RAM.
With RAM.
I admit I didn't even know the TRX was a thing. This is like their version of the Ford Raptor, basically.
Yes.
It's the Hellcat engine with an off-road package, Fox 3-way adjustable coilover suspension. Yeah, they're beasts. They're huge. I mean, they are monstrously huge.
that thing got a Hemi.
It's a 6.2
And the
liter
answer is yes.
supercharged. They amazingly, Stellantis is starting to realize the error of their choices, and they are actually bringing the TRX back with the 790 horsepower version of the Hellcat.
Come to find out, electric didn't sell.
Electric didn't sell, and Dodge sold the crap out of those Hellcat engines in everything they put them in. So, yeah, they're bringing it back. And
when people put their foot down on something like that, they want it to scream like hell's been unleashed.
yes,
And tire smoke every place. That's what we want. We want that.
I'm not against electrical vehicles in concept, although in practice they're not great. But electrical pickups, yeah, I don't. That's a Gibson. That's a humbucker thing. That's not a car thing.
Yeah. The biggest issue is just that you lose so much payload because you're supporting hundreds
hauling
of
around
extra pounds of battery. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not really a truck anymore. It's just a big car with more utility than a car.
It's a UPS and charger on wheels is essentially what it becomes.
I saw a Lexus commercial where they were powering their hyper expensive record player with their Lexus. So apparently it's just a big power bank.
Oh, because that's where they got the most stable electric from.
Exactly, because they wanted that analog perfection from the kind of blue record that they were playing.
Mm-hmm. And a pure wave of electricity.
Even though that record that they were showing was actually sourced from a DSD master, and Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab got sued for it and had to settle because they were misrepresenting it as all analog. All records are digital, I've learned, sadly, because the cutting lathe actually has a digital buffer built into it. So it's all digitized before it's ever cut into the vinyl.
Wait, you're saying it's not someone
70s.
Carving it in with a chisel?
Apparently they want to avoid situations where the volume is so high that it creates issues with tracking. So there's a bit of normalization.
Your needle off of there. Yeah.
There's some normalization that happens before the cutting. Everything's digital. In fact, most things were recorded digitally by the end of the 1970s. Or at least mastered that way. I don't have a pick this week. And I'm not going to... I could just grab some...
The phonograph.
Around me.
Just phonograph, the last true analog recording device.
Diablo 2.
Analog.
Your Diablo 2. Diablo 2. Diablo 2?
Yeah, Diablo 2. Do you want the chest, like the battle chest, or do you want the original?
You have the battle chest version?
Of course. I have the Warcraft, StarCraft,
show us
Diablo
your chest.
Just the little
Show
ones.
us the Diablo chest.
Look, there was a time when you could go to Best Buy, and these were just sitting there all the time for $20.
Yep.
So towards the end, I was buying these things for $19.99. So I have the Warcraft. This is Warcraft 3 and its expansion. And then, of course, the Diablo battle chest. Diablo 2 and expansion. And StarCraft.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All the Brood Wars.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember that the original Diablo had an expansion that was made by Sierra and is no longer available? Yeah.
Was that Hellfire?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get that on GOG.
Yeah, it's on GOG.
Yes, GOG will give it to you.
Yeah.
But
so shout out to Teddy B4168, who may not have done the math. Your new Dodge Ram filled with RAM would cost roughly $57.9 million. At that price point, you are no longer buying a truck; you're buying a mid-sized data center on wheels. Yes.
I'm going to show you something.
That actually sounds kind of cool.
I mean,
a mid-sized data center on wheels.
Hey, you just won $100 million. What are you going to do? Oh, I got an idea.
Okay. A minute ago, you mentioned Hellfire. I'm going to show you something extremely rare now. Hellfire was unofficial at first, later accepted, and now bundled with it when you buy it on GOG. But
also a great song, but that's a different point. Warcraft
2, Tides of Darkness, though it did get Beyond the Dark Portal an expansion, there was an official, not really an expansion, but an official companion for Warcraft 2 called The Next 70 Levels. I actually have the big box version. I bought it brand new. I actually ripped the plastic off of this to get the disc out.
This is news to me.
And play The Next 70 Levels, which unfortunately, it's not like a bunch of new scenarios and story. It's just maps and scenarios that you can just go through and choose. But hey, it adds more Warcraft 2 because that's all we really need in our lives. So my pick this week, I guess, is actually play Warcraft 2. If you haven't played it in a while, play through it again. I play through it about every 2 years. Should start doing it every year religiously. I just don't want to get tired of it. Yeah, box reselling.
Write it down.
I hope you mean box resealing, because there's this one seller in particular. Every time I look up, like, how much are my games worth? And then I see this one guy who always has everything sealed. Like, yeah, well, I could get one of those things in like shrink wrap games too, but They're not. A lot of these things weren't even sealed when they were brand new. I have really, really old games, and even
just
some
taped.
new ones. If they were taped, they were just taped. They were not.
Yeah, they had a
The
circle.
old Sierra had the little circle.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
circle.
To be very skeptical if you see a game that's like $12,000 and it's like fully like sealed. Like it wasn't sealed. Anyway, that's it for the PC Perspective podcast. What?
Weird that people would actually buy games in boxes and then unseal them so they could play the games.
Right.
You just ruined the
Weird.
value. Why are you playing with this, kid?
Didn't you watch
Put it on a
Toy
shelf.
Story 2?
Right.
No?
Really?
Should I?
Not everybody could afford to buy 2 of everything and play with one and put the other one into storage.
And, don't hurt the one that you open so it still remains, relatively.
Well, then you need to get 3.
Good.
And you also need to buy from a place where they actually grade the packaging. Like Big Bad Toy Store will tell you what the grade of the box is that you're buying. They'll guarantee the grade. So if you're buying an A grade, that's the one you put into storage. B grade stuff, that's the stuff you open.
Wow.
And blow up with a firecracker. Or,
Yeah.
You know what? We all die in the end. We can't take it with us, Joe. Just open the boxes and frickin' play it.
That's right. Great advice, Josh.
Yeah.
And on that note, let's end the PC Perspective podcast for this week. We want to thank you for listening, watching, and enjoy your week. Enjoy this hobby of ours as it burns around us. The lucky few who already have all the components they wanted this year can bask in that knowledge, while everybody else complains that they've been priced out of the hobby entirely.
Well, it's not getting any better. So if you wanted it, I mean, even though it sucks, you should just buy it now.
And
It's not
older
going
if you're-
games
If you
require-
really wanted it, you should have bought back in August. So just
There's
go back
that.
in time.
Just stop wanting it. Stop trying to be
Sebastian's
cutting
point-
edge.
Yeah, get the old stuff. Play old games.
Follow PCPerspective.com. A blog series is coming. I don't know if it's this weekend or what, but I've been doing a bunch of building and testing, and I've determined that an interesting point in history, somewhere around 2013, where even the really high-end stuff from like end of 2013 has become 90% cheaper these days. We're talking like Extreme Edition processors, 64 gigabytes of RAM, and you're spending, $250, $300. So I think that's a lot more fun than, 32 gigs of DDR5 is $500 now. No, forget that. And you can play a lot of games, even modern games, believe it or not, will run on a 2013 system if you have a reasonably powerful graphics card. But we'll look more into this in the near future. But until then,
Interesting.
good night.
Good night.
Good night.